Hey y'all, it's Pretty Prodigy, and I am pleased to announce that today I am launching my very first ever live streaming channel. Today we are streaming Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, but I do have other games that I play that I will be posting. I think I'm going to start with like once or twice a week, and we'll go from there and see how things go. But I also play Fortnite, I play Stellaris, I play RuneScape 3, I play all different kinds of stuff. I will be playing Call of Duty once I get Game Pass again, but right now I don't have it. So today I am pleased to show you guys one of my all-time favorite games. I first discovered this on Game Pass on Xbox, and I fell in love from the first time I played it. It does need improvement. There are some aspects that I would like Tail Worlds to improve upon, but they haven't yet, and it doesn't seem like they're going to, which is kind of a downer. I'm hoping that Tail Worlds doesn't turn out to be another one of those money-hungry game studios that just does stuff for the money and not for the love of creating video games and for the fans. But if you guys like medieval simulators, this is the game to play. Because it's not just a medieval simulator, it also kind of steps into that grand strategy realm. And I love grand strategy. Stellaris is grand strategy. I played Total War Empire, Total War Medieval 2. I played Humankind is really more of like a civilization game, but it's also kind of grand strategy as well. Um, and there's all different kinds of games that I've played in the past, but this one takes the cake. And you guys are about to see why. So I'm not starting from the beginning. I will probably do that later down the road. I don't know yet. But right now I just really want to show you guys how glorious this game can be. So let's get into it. I have been playing on this save file for a little while now. I'm level 41 and I've played 2086 in-game days. I don't know how many actual days or hours I've spent on this. It's maybe this is the hour, like 12 hours and 47 minutes. I don't know. But yes, I do have some mods, but there's literally only one because I haven't been able to get mods to work yet. And the only one I have installed is female troops because I like to play as like a Valkyrie type character and, gotta have female troops. So, let's get into it. This is my character. My character's name is Amelia. Kind of similar to my real name. I like to inject myself into the games. That's one thing I love about RPGs and like games like this is you can inject yourself into the game and like become your character. And I love doing that. I've always done that ever since I can remember. So, before I get into the actual battles, let me show you guys like, kind of what's going on here. So, when you first start the game, so I'm pretty far in, so some of the nations, well, I think like 2 of the nations have been eliminated. So, but when you start the game, you got Valandians over here, and they're the red. They kind of resemble like the English Saxons in real life. So, sorry if I sound a little off. I am still a little sick, so I apologize. The black is me. So my empire name is Grafensheimer, which means Raven's home. And this is my clan. So the Velknut symbol is my clan. Those are the fiefs that I own. Fiefs are towns or land. Like Av Castle is a fief. But I don't like owning castles because castles don't make any money. They just cost money. So I like only owning towns. When you first start off, you got the Valandians over there, but then this is usually blue. And that's the land of the Sturgeons, from Reveal to Varcheg to Omar, Balgard, Varnavapol, Sabir, Tial. And Dinar Castle and Urkshala, I think, are also all Sturgeon when you start the game. And then over here you have usually Mekeb, Baltikand, Tepish Castle, Usek Castle, Ortingard, Onira, Oldok, I don't know how to pronounce that, Oldok, and Akalat are all Khuzait, which resemble the Mongols. And by the way, Mongols are some of my favorite historical people, one of my favorite historical empires. Um, this like purplish, this violet color is the Southern Empire. They are led by, wait, I forgot her name, Regia. And then usually there's a Northern Empire as well that holds Argoran. I think they usually have Emperor, I can't remember. Saniopa, Diathema, these two castles, Hippocratia, and I think Rotea, but I'm not sure. But yeah, there's usually a Northern Empire, but I believe the Southern and Western empires wiped them out at some point. And then this purplish, crimson purple color that you see here, that is the Western Empire. And so the Southern, Northern, and Western empires are meant to resemble like the Greeks, the Romans, that type of culture. And then further, the southernmost people from I believe it's Husan folk to Razi to all the way over to QAS, and I think Ortesia too, but I can't remember. They belong to the Azari, which resemble like the Middle Eastern nations, the desert people basically. So that is what you usually start out with. Now I've been playing this for a while, so it's been heavily altered. As you can see, I'm the most dominant nation there is in the world, except I don't know. I think I overpower Valandia, to be honest with you. Um, and we are currently at war with, I believe, 3 different nations. Yep, Crusade, Southern Empire, and Valandia. The bitch about this game is that there's no diplomacy. Tail World did not build a diplomacy mechanic. They when they just kind of like allowed everyone to go all out war with you like all the time. So you're like almost always at war. And it's kind of annoying because sometimes um I want to be at peace so I can acquire more nobles, make more money because at the current moment there is a workshop um, feature and a trade feature, but they really suck. So you can see here I have workshops going. My best one makes 554 gold per day, I believe. But like it's not enough, honestly, because I am still losing 5.9k, almost 6k gold every day. I also have, like I have I don't have caravans. That'll probably why my money sucks so bad. But it's usually in the red anyway. It's usually about 3 to 4,000 negative a day. I usually have 2 caravans, but I think they got captured by enemy forces. Which is another sucky part about this game is that there's caravans are so weak. And that's why I'm trying to mod it because I'm pretty sure there's a mod out there that lets me have more powerful caravans. But for some reason, I can't get it to work. I've messed with it. I'm not new to modding. I've modded Skyrim for a decade, for almost a decade now. Since pretty much almost a decade. And I've pretty much mastered Skyrim modding, but Bannerlord modding is a whole different beast. So I've been trying to figure that out. I will be posting new videos as soon as I get that to work. Anyway, so I had to fight these 3 kingdoms. So let's get into it, and I'm going to show you guys the battle aspect of this game. I accidentally didn't pause it while I was talking, so I'm going to load game because there was an army there I was going to fight before they walked away. I don't know where they went. So, all right. So here they are. Melia's army. So now I'm going to show you guys the battle aspect of this game. Okay? And that is like the best aspect of this game. So, I think I'm just going to engage them in an open field battle. I do outnumber them. Oh, they're going to run away. That means... Oh, away, don't run away, don't run
What do
away.
you want,
Yes,
stranger?
got it. All
Who
right.
are you?
So up here you have the advantage bar. It's kind of like a tug of war type thing. Power levels. This is them, the Southern Empire. This is me. These are all my parties. These are the enemy parties. And this is the leader of the enemy army, Melia. I am Amelia. Who are you? I am Melia of the House Hungros. You know we are at war. Surrender or die! And now we're gonna fight. So I like to use a controller when I enter battle, but first I'm gonna have to set up my men. It allows you, as long as you're not helping another army, ooh, this will be easy. Um, you are allowed a moment to set up your men the way you want them before the battle begins and assign leaders and such. So, the leaders that you assign do matter. So I'm gonna pair a leader with strong foot soldier skills. And I think I might do increased troop movement speed, to be honest. Because troop movement speed is so important when I'm trying to move people around. Banner of decrease shield banner, we'll do that. Decrease range damage taken, we'll do that. No banner. Wow, really? Troop movement speed. This one. And we'll just kind of throw him over here, I guess. Brannock. And we'll do this one. Alright. Good enough. Alright, and then I like to put my archers into spread at, like scattered formations so that they don't shoot each other and they can all get off some rounds. So this is gonna be pretty easy because we're in a canyon, which allows me a huge advantage as long as I can get to this hill first. So, oops. Alright, and then I'm just gonna I should have done this to everybody at first. I usually just do this to everybody at first because when they spread out, they move a lot faster. So right now I'm giving orders. You can hear my character giving orders. This is me, Amelia. I lead the mounted archer unit. Well, actually, I lead the whole army, but I'm heading the mounted archer unit. I'm going to put the cavalry here, and I'm going to put them in a scheme. And I'm going to kind of have them cover the whole of the canyon floor. Because I want them to be like a sweeping wall when they hit the enemy. There is an element of strategy to this game, so you can win. It is possible to win with inferior numbers, which I love. Trying to get these guys as close as I can. Alright, we're ready. Let's do this damn thing. Alright. So, I want you guys to go over there. Immediately. I'm gonna have the infantry. I'm gonna try to bottleneck them as much as I possibly can. So, I'm gonna have the infantry advance here. Oh shit, they're already coming. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. Actually, I have these guys. Have these guys sit here. Alright, so it looks like the majority of their forces are cornering up over there. So, I'm gonna have my infantry move forward, and I'm gonna try to take out as many cavalry as I can, and try to dwindle their numbers down. I don't necessarily have to, but as a leader, I want to reduce the amount of casualties I have as much as possible. You know, like, we don't want a ton of casualties on our side. We want to make this as easy of a fight as possible. Oh, I missed. Wow, I missed. That's crazy. Form a line! Kill those cavalry! I have my cavalry attack their cavalry. I'm gonna take my mounted archers and try to lure that group of cavalry over there. So their infantry are starting to move. Their infantry and archers, which means they're gonna try to pelt my men with arrows. So I'm gonna put them into shield wall formation, and I'm gonna try to take out some nobles over here because every kill that you get as a leader, as like an individual, does impact the morale of your men, and that can impact their ability to fight well. So obviously, if you die, it's not gonna do good things for your army. Your army is probably gonna fight a little not quite as good, you know. But if I can kill the enemy nobles, then they're gonna be at even more of a disadvantage, which is what I'm trying to do right now. Got him. Nordos is down. Alright. So you can see on the right-hand side, there's a bunch of green and red stuff happening. The green is when my men kill the enemy, and the red is when the enemy kill my men. Alright, so it looks like we pretty much won. I'm going to have my infantry charge the enemy archers. Oh wait, they're fighting the... I'm going to have my cavalry flank the enemy infantry while the infantry are fighting. Actually, oh yeah, they're doing really good. We're definitely gonna win this, that's for sure. You can see kind of how crazy this game can get. I do believe their reinforcements should be, yep, there's some reinforcements. Alright, look at all these dead bodies, oh my god. We're just slaughtering them. Alright, so... the reinforcements are coming, so I want to advance a little bit each time that I engage with the enemy. Oh, that's not what I want. Oop, like that. Okay. And then I want you guys over here. And I want you guys over here. Actually, I want you over here. Better. I keep my archers high so they can rain death from above. Alright, I'm gonna have the cavalry. Uh-oh. Ugh. I might kill my mount. I gotta be careful. That would have been embarrassing to die like that. Alright, here they come, here they come. Oh, he's gonna spear me! Ah! Alright, bitch, come here. You wanna fucking fight? Let's go. Yeah, come here, you bastard. You wanna spear me? I don't think so, kid. Alright, here come their infantry. Nope, more cavalry, just kidding. Charge! Ah! Charge! So, sometimes, you know, like, I have to lead my army, but once I get to past the first wave, I mean, we pretty much won at this point. So, I like to have a little fun, you know. Alright, everyone with me, with me! We're gonna have them ram into our infantry. I want this to be a landslide victory. I want to win this with as few casualties as possible. So I'm going to have my cavalry move behind the infantry line so that the enemy, because the enemy is going to go after the biggest chunk of men that you have. Oh. Except this time they're going after my archers. Good. Retreat! 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 I do not want my archers engaging the enemy infantry, and I guess I'm gonna have to... Okay, looks like they're coming this way now. Still coming after my archers. Okay. I want them to come this way. I want them to come this way. Yeah, come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Good job. Shield wall. Shield wall. Everybody, shield wall. Here we go. Here we go. Now they're running into my infantry. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah. Come and die. Come and die upon my wall. That idiots. Alright. Attack! Everyone attack! Oops. Oh, good job. Alright. Alright. Right that one. I'm gonna have the archers go back up here. Because I like having archers on both sides. Alright, so it looks like they're not advancing any further. So I'm going to have my infantry move up again. And I'm going to have my 2nd battalion of archers move up as well. Alright. Ouch. Man, they're pretty dumb, huh? Alright. Everyone, attack. It's pretty much over now. Kill them all. Leave no survivors! No mercy! Kill them all! Then they're gonna try to run away and like a bunch of cowards. Come here, you little bitch. Fight me. So there is quite a bit of skill required for this. I mean, you gotta time your attacks right. You gotta use the right attack at the right time. Cause like if someone's charging you with a couch lance, and you don't block, you're gonna get basically one-shotted off your horse. Now, as you level up and you get stronger, it's gonna be less likely that that's gonna happen to you, because your health goes up, your armor rating goes up and such. But you know, you can still get killed in battle very easily in this game. I think I have it set on normal or hard. I think it's on hard. But yeah, I think it is on hard actually, because I used to play on normal just because I don't like games that are so hard that I can't enjoy them, like Dark Souls, for example. I know everybody loves Dark Souls so much, but any game where I have to reset and lose everything that I've worked so hard for this whole time, every time I die, it's just I'm just not into it. So. But this game is sufficiently difficult while also being, you know, fun at the same time. It's not so hard where you can't enjoy the game. It provides enough of a challenge where it's a lot of fun. Now, I am pretty late in the game. my character's getting pretty old. And you're like, wait, what? Old? Yes. So in this game, you can actually get old, and you eventually will either die in battle, which I hope will happen to me. I do have 0 deaths turned on, or you'll just die of old age. If you're like a great warrior that can never be killed or whatever. But when you die, the cool thing about this game is the lineage system. So when you die, hopefully you've had some kids, which I do. I have 4 kids. And when you die, you get to play as one of your children, which I thought is really freaking cool. So it's basically a never-ending game. Well, at least until you conquer all of Calradia. But they do have new content coming out. It looks like they're going to be adding ships and navies to the game, which I'm so excited! Because, I love Vikings. I'm obsessed with Vikings. So the fact that they're adding ships is is just so epic. I love that. So, and it's going to totally revolutionize war and combat. I do still wish they would add some diplomacy. But you guys have seen now the battle mechanics and the combat aspect of this game. The graphics are pretty legit. I mean, it looks pretty freaking good, in my opinion. Especially considering that it has to load all these NPCs. And each NPC has, like, especially the heroes, they all have their own, like, stats and their own, like, code they have to follow, and they all go according to an inventory. So it has to load all of that, including their horse. Especially the horses. The horses also have, they whatever gear you give your heroes, that's what gear they're gonna show up with in battle. So it has to load all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. Um, I like that you can make your own formations and give your men command. It's like a real medieval battle. So now we're gonna go into the loot screens. I've got 43.8 renown, 76.1 influence, 8.4 morale, 6.3% of the loot, while the rest of the loot goes to other nobles in my army. This is how many deaths that my army suffered, which is 24. We had 28 wounded, which is not bad at all. I started off with over 1,000 men, 1,100, I believe. Oh, hang on. That's weird. 700. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I had just over here 1,100. Okay, so I'm not sure how we only had 24 deaths and 28 wounded when I started off with 1,100 men. Maybe I'm just reading this wrong. But anyway, this is how many men I have now. Or no, this is how many kills we got. Sorry. This is how many. That's weird. I had 1,100 men. I don't know where these numbers are coming from, but they lost. They had 260 deaths, 440 wounded, and they only killed 52 of my men. Yeah, that's pretty good. These are just level ups. So we're gonna hit done. Now we go and we talk to our prisoners. So I normally let all my prisoners go because when you let them go, you gain a huge boost to your relation with that lord, with that noble. But I'm at war with 3 different kingdoms right now, and I'm really just trying to end these wars so I can get more nobles to join my kingdom. And I also have to make more money because I only have 705k. I started this kingdom with, it was over 3 mil, I think, or 2 mil. It was a lot. So I have to smith a bunch of weapons and sell them and get my money back. So yeah, like that is the only way really not the only way you can get money in this game, but it's the most effective way of getting money. So I really wish they would add a better trade system, and like maybe more money from workshops, or I don't know, something, because as a kingdom in real life, you would have business ventures that would be contributing money to your kingdom. Even when you have tributes from other nations, it's still not enough. I have 4 towns and I'm still losing money every day. So I don't know why that is because in my one of my last playthroughs, I had 3 towns and I was in the positive, so I'm trying to sort that out, but it's a lot of logistics and micromanaging. So prisoner, 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 prisoner. Okay. These are all the troops that I got from this battle. I'm gonna take the legionaries because all the tier 6 imperial troops, and then I'm gonna take what else you guys got for me? I guess I'll take veteran infantry as well. And that's it. I think elite Manavalian and these guys, and that's it. I really only take tier 5 or tier 6 troops because I hate going through the time that it takes to train them. Now you can see here I can donate gear to level up my men, my troops. But it's blinking red, which means that the loot that I have over, oops, there we go. So now it's white, and that's how much experience you're gonna get. I'm gonna try to tap it off. I want them to level up completely. There we go. All right. And some relation went up with Ulvensonner, which means wolf's son, sons of the wolf, something like that. I'm not an expert in Old Norse. I just kind of learned from Jackson Crawford. If you've ever heard of him, he's an expert in all things Old Norse, and I do follow him. I'm a big fan. I actually bought his book. So now you've seen the open battle aspect of this game. Now I want to show you the siege aspect of this game, which is also very fun. Oh, it looks like they're starting an army. I better go crush that army. I bet you it's over here somewhere, based on where they're going. Nope, no army. Weird. Oh, thought there for sure there was an army over here somewhere. Okay, guess not. That's alright. I'm gonna go siege these fools. So, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, they're gonna have a party defending it. Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna save this first, just in case. Besiege. Alright, so over here you can see how much food I have. I have 40 days worth of food left. They only have 5. But I'm not really concerned about it. I mean, they kind of suck. Oh, great. Somebody else started a war with me. Damn it. I'm gonna have to pay some people off. This is ridiculous. Jeez. Everybody, you see what I mean? It's extremely overwhelming. I don't like that everyone just can declare war on you at the same time. In real life, you would have allies, you would have diplomacy, but they don't have that in this game, and I can't get mods to work, so I'm just gonna have to make do with what I have. I've never actually beaten this game, mostly it's because I always end up starting over before I can do so. I might have to disband my army before this is over. I don't know. We'll see. If my trebuchets can destroy all the catapult siege weapons before... Oop, there it is. Alright, so I usually just... I don't always... I could starve out the garrison, but I don't have the unity, the cohesion for that. I need practically a full bar for that. I mean, it's only 3 days, but you'd be surprised how long 3 days takes. 3 days take. So I'm just gonna go ahead and storm the walls. I already built a tower and a battering ram, and I took out all their siege weapons. So they shouldn't be able to do a whole lot of damage to us as long as as long as, everybody does their best. So we're gonna go ahead and fight. This is a pretty easy siege battle. They're not always this easy. Some of them can be pretty difficult depending on how many defenders you have. The idea is to wait until all enemy parties, all enemy lords have left the castle and then siege it. That way you don't have to deal with a bunch of lords when you assault the walls. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of assign people Half this stuff doesn't really apply to me or what I'm doing, but we're just gonna do our best, you know? I don't know why I can't put a commander there. It's kind of gay. Here we go. Alright. Boink. We're just gonna put you wherever. It doesn't really matter at this point because we're gonna win anyway. Alright. So, you can see my trebuchets. You can operate the trebuchets and the other various siege weapons. Why are you faced that way? Oh, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. Pretty cool. I love doing the trebuchets even though I kind of suck with it. Oh, wait for me! Wait for me! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Mine! Okay. Alright. So, you can't really see much from over here, but I'm gonna shoot it anyway. Here we go. Woo! And you can see it flying. And it looks like I hit the building. I'm gonna leave it to the NPCs though, because they're much better at it than I am. I'm gonna go ahead and join my men on the walls. I usually like to dismount my horse during siege battles. Because if I'm the only one running around on a horse, I don't know if this is how the game works or not, but I imagine in real life, you see somebody, the only person riding around on a horse, you're gonna assume that's the leader of the army, and you're probably gonna try to take her out. So, I don't ride my horse. I walk like everyone else. One, because of my safety, and two, also, you know, I want to be on the same level as my men. I don't like, you know, I don't believe I'm better than my men, even though I really am, like, combat-wise. But I want my men to, you know, relate to me. So I walk on siege battles anyway. Alright, the battering ram is almost there. There's the siege tower. There it is. I like doing the siege tower because there's usually a lot more action on the walls. And also, there are people in the gatehouse that throw stones down on you when you use the battering ram when you enter through the gate, and that's literally a one-shot kill. So I don't like going down there. Sometimes I do go down there with my men to shoot the stone throwers out of the windows or whatever. But that's about as good as it gets for me. But I don't really have to worry about that too much, I don't think. I think... Oh wait, it looks like the battery ram might actually get there first this time. I usually go with whoever gets there first. And it looks like the battering ram is going to be the first ones in. So I am going to go and shoot men out of the window for them, so they don't get crushed by stones. Oh, shit. Yeah, you gotta use your shields. Shields are a must in this game. Alright, you see this window here? People are gonna show up and they're gonna throw stones down at my men. And I'm gonna be, and I'm here with my bow so that can happen. If they do. Sometimes they don't, sometimes once they get... Oh, here we go. Because like I said, I am all about as little casualties as possible. If that means I have to stand here and shoot people out of a window, then I will. I don't even care that I'm not getting a ton of action. I just want to win. I'm all about the victory. I do get a little action though, as you can see. It's basically just like hacking and hacking. You do have to aim. You do have to know what you're hacking at. You obviously don't want to hit your own men. As I did in the other battle. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but Anytime you see a purple damage marker, a purple hit marker appear on screen, um, that means you hit your ally. And I did hit a couple of my allies in the last battle. Thankfully, I didn't kill any of them, but you know, I still feel bad. Now, I used to use a fault a lot, which is basically just a curved sword, but it's not like a scimitar, it's like the opposite direction. Um, but the only downside with a with a fault is that I can't thrust with it, and thrusting is kinda necessary sometimes. I've gotten a lot of thrust kills with this sword, and the sword that I have right now is a legendary sword that I made. I believe it's called Fenrir's Fang. I made it myself. You can make so like stupid amounts of money from smithing in this game, and that's actually how I got all my money to start my empire, is by smithing. I got my smithing maxed out while I was a mercenary, and while I was also building relations at the same time, and gathering men, and gaining renown, and all that stuff. And then I just, will you kill him already? Jeez. It's one guy. This might be a while. Because they'll sit in this corner and shield, like hold their shield up and... Oh, you know what? I could probably shoot with my bow. Oh wait, that's one of my men. Oh no. Don't tell me they're in the wall. Okay. Try and see if I can... Oh no, don't tell me he's in the wall. Sometimes there's this glitch where they get stuck in the wall. I'm gonna try to get in here so I can kill him myself. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna order them to go over there. Go, get out of my way. Go, go, go. He's in the wall. Uh-oh, I might have to load save. This is why I do this. That's why I save. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to load save. Shit. Dang, that sucks. Well, anyway, I showed you guys everything I wanted to show you. So, I hope you guys liked the game. It is a lot of fun. This glitch doesn't usually happen, so I apologize. But at least you guys got to see, you know, this game, and you got to hopefully experience something new. And hopefully you'll go and try it out. It is on Game Pass for free. It's also on Steam, but you have to buy it. I did buy it on Steam just so I could mod it, but obviously that didn't work out for me. So, make sure you guys stay tuned for my next episode, which will probably be either tomorrow or next week Saturday. Just depends on my schedule because I do work a regular job. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you've seen, please subscribe and like my video. It does help. I would like to have a larger following so I can show everybody what I have to offer. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, y'all.